मैम हो रहा
अच्छा, so we're starting the new topic today, which is vectors. So the topic is vectors. Before 2020, vectors, part of vectors used to be in AS and part of vectors used to be in A-level syllabus. So you still find lots of questions from AS vectors in the old past papers. So what I've done is I've made two worksheets from vectors. One is from the old AS papers and the other one are from all the A2 papers. All of those, both those two worksheets would be part of your syllabus. Now, पहले हम वो वाला वेक्टर्स करेंगे जो एक टाइम पे एएस के सिलेबस में होता था. However, now it's in A2 syllabus. So we'll do that part of vectors first and we'll discuss it. And then we'll do the first worksheet. And then we'll discuss the more difficult aspect from this topic. It's not really difficult, but you can say lengthier. Okay. So AS vector was pretty basic and it was mostly like O-levels vectors, except for now you have 3D vectors. In O-levels, you had two-dimensional vectors. So from O-levels, you must remember this column vector. This means to go from A to B, you have to move 1 unit in a particular direction and then 2 units in another direction. We used to say when we 1 right and 2 up. Now, to go from A to B, you will have 3 dimensions given to you. So one movement is in X direction, the other movement is in Y direction, and the third movement is in Z direction. So now this is 3-dimensional vector, vector AB. Then from O levels, you know what is position vector of A. Position vector of A. Let's say there's a point A on a 2D plane whose coordinates are 3, 5. Then what is the position vector of A? From O levels, you know that the position vector means this vector from the origin to A. The position vector of A would be OA, and to go from A, you're going 3 right in this direction and then 5 up in that direction. So the column vector OA, or the position vector of A, was 3, 5. Now you'll have a 3-dimensional plane. And on the 3-dimensional plane, let's say you have a point G, which has coordinates 1, 2, and 5. So the position vector of G would be OG. And in column vector term, it would be 1, 2, and 5. By the way, in AS, in A levels, this can also be written as 1I or just I plus 2J plus 5K. That means 1 units in I direction, 2 units in J direction, and 5 units in K direction. So you'll frequently see this in AS as well. Sorry, A levels. I keep saying AS, A levels. Okay. Next, same as O levels, you should know that AB is equals to, in terms of difference, it's OB minus OA. Position vector of the second alphabet minus position vector of the first alphabet. Again, from O levels, you know that magnitude of AB would be, let's say AB is, in fact, let's say AB is 2, 3. Then the magnitude of AB is 2 square plus 3 square. under root 13. Similarly now, if you have AB equals 1, 2, 3, then the magnitude of AB would be square root 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square. Okay. Let's say the coordinates of P given to you are -1, 3, 2. The coordinates of A given to you are 0, -1, and 3. And you're asked to find AB. Part 2, magnitude of AB. Part 3, unit vector AB. इसके भी बाद में बात करते हैं. What is a unit vector? Okay. So how would we find AB? From O levels, we know AB equals position vector of B minus position vector of A, which is OB would be column vector -1, 3, 2, minus OA would be 0, -1, 3. So AB is -1, 4, and -1. That's AB. In part 2, you have to find the magnitude of AB. So that's going to be square root 1 square plus 4 square plus -1 whole square, which is 1 square. So that's square root of 18.
मैम
Hmm.
मैम ये ओबी माइनस ओ है, ये आई जे कैसे भी किया जा सकता है?
कैसे किया जा सकता है?
आई जे के लिखकर.
हाँ, किया जा सकता है, बिल्कुल किया जा सकता है. So AB can be written as -I plus 4J minus K. Okay. Now, what is a unit vector? Unit vector is a vector whose magnitude is 1. Is a vector whose magnitude is 1. So ये जो vector है, AB, which is going 1 unit in I direction or X direction, 4 units in Y direction or J direction, and -1 in Z direction. इसका magnitude क्या है? Under root of 18. अब आपने फाइंड करना है इसका यूनिट वेक्टर. सो यू नीड अ वेक्टर जिसकी डायरेक्शन यही होगी जो ए बी की डायरेक्शन है, बट उसका मैग्नीट्यूड होना चाहिए 1. So the formula for unit vector is just this, that if you have to find the unit vector A of unit vector of a vector A, all you have to do is in the numerator you need the vector. I think unit vector के symbol में ना ये arrow नहीं होती. It's just this. Yes. Okay, so it's in the numerator, you write the original vector. In the denominator, you write its magnitude. So unit vector of AB would be the vector AB. एक वेक्टर को जब आप उसके अपने मैग्नीट्यूड से डिवाइड करते हो तो उसका मैग्नीट्यूड 1 हो जाता है. So divided by the magnitude of AB. So the vector AB is -1, 4, -1 divided by square root of 18. So this would be 1 over square root of 18 times -1, 4, -1. अब आप अगर इसका मैग्नीट्यूड निकालते हो ना तो वो 1 आएगा. If you find magnitude of -1 by under root 18, 4 by under root 18, and -1 by under root 18, that will be equals to 1. That is why this is a unit vector. So unit vector वो वेक्टर होता है जिसका मैग्नीट्यूड 1 होता है. Another question. AB equals थोड़ा लेंथी है, इसको वर्कशीट नहीं करते हैं. It's not good, right? Okay. Now we're going to discuss how to find angle between two vectors. So if we have let's say a vector in this direction and a vector in this direction, these are both, let's say, three-dimensional vectors, and you're asked to find angle between the two vectors. Let's say this is, you're asked to find angle BAC, sorry, ABC second, where did the example go? Acha, sorry. What you're given in the question is that BA is 1 minus 12, 3, and BC is 4 minus 2 minus 5. This would be A, this would be B, and this would be C. You have to find angle BAC. Okay. Now, how do you find angle BAC? It's better to first draw it. Sorry, it's not going to be ABC. My bad. It's going to be ABC. Okay. पहले ड्रॉ कर लो कि किस वेक्टर की बात हो रही है. यूं और यूं, एक वेक्टर इस डायरेक्शन में, एक वेक्टर इस डायरेक्शन में. दिस शुड बी facing outwards, not inwards. In the middle, you'll have B. One of these would be A, and the other one would be C. अब कैसे फाइंड करते हैं एंगल ABC? You write cos of ABC equals this vector, which is BA, outward vector लेते हैं, dot product this vector BC. Okay, divided by magnitude of BA times magnitude of BC. Okay. Now, you're already given BA in the question and you're already given BC in the question. Dot product क्या होता है? What is the dot product? What is the dot product of BA and BC? Dot product के लिए all you do is write the two vectors -1, -12, sorry, 1 minus 12 and C, 1 minus 12 and 3. Write a dot in between, and then 4 minus 2, 5. For dot product, all you do is multiply this, multiply this, multiply this, and then add the result. So we have 4 plus 24 plus 15, which gives 43. माइनस, अच्छा इसमें बुक के क्वेश्चन में यहाँ -5 है, so let's stick to that. यहाँ पे भी -5 है, so that would be -15. That gives 4 plus 24 minus 15. 13. So the dot product is 13. So we have cos ABC. Instead of ABC, you can also write theta equals to 13 divided by magnitude of both the vectors. You know how to find magnitude of the vectors? BA would be magnitude equals 1 square plus 12 square plus 3 square, and BC magnitude is going to be square root 4 square plus 2 square plus 5 square. Square root 1 square plus 12 square plus 3 square gives square root 154, and square root 4 square plus 2 square plus 5 square gives 3 under root 5. We divide that here. Square root 154 times 3 square root of 50. So cos theta equals 13 divided by under root 154 times 3 under root 5 gives 0.1561624. Theta equals cos inverse answer, which gives 1.14 in radians. रेडियंस में भी आंसर दिया जा सकता है, डिग्रीज में भी दिया जा सकता है. माय कैलकुलेटर वाज सेट एट रेडियंस में दे दिया, वरना you can give it in either units as long as it's not mentioned in the question which unit is preferred. Otherwise, of course, you have to give the answer in the mentioned unit. So this is how you find angle between two vectors. ये formula use करके. चलिए एक और example कर लेते हैं. For example, do we have another example here? No, not really. So I'm not going to do all of it. I'm just going to discuss the formula. Let's say you have to find angle PQR. So it helps to draw the figure. PQR would look like this. P either, Q either, R either. You need the outward vectors. So you will be using QP dot QR in the numerator. So cos theta in this case, this is theta PQR, would be QP dot QR upon magnitude of QP times magnitude of QR. यूं होता. ठीक है, so keep the order in mind. अगर आपने पी क्यू लिख दिया या आर क्यू लिख दिया, क्यू पी और क्यू आर की जगह, तो आंसर गलत हो सकता. cos 90 क्या होता है? What is cos 90? This is add, this is sugar. Cos is positive here and cos is negative here, and cos 90 is 0. So from the formula of angle, let's say you're finding angle between two vectors. Let's say AB, C angle find कर रहे हो. So again, what do? Cos theta equals B will be here, A will be here, C will be here. So you'll write BA dot BC divided by BA magnitude times BC magnitude. Now, if the vectors are perpendicular, तो फिर इस dot product का आंसर क्या होगा? If the vectors are perpendicular,
जीरो रहेगा।
सॉरी,
जीरो।
क्या? हाँ, जीरो। प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ डॉट प्रोडक्ट। ओके। इफ थीटा इक्वल्स 90 डिग्री or pi by 2, then dot product is 0. If dot product is positive, then theta is acute. क्योंकि डिनोमिनेटर ने तो हमेशा पॉजिटिव ही होना है, न्यूमरेटर साइन डिटरमिन करेगा cos थीटा का। सो अगर डॉट प्रोडक्ट इज पॉजिटिव, दैट मीन्स थीटा इज acute, and if dot product is negative, that means theta is obtuse. So you find questions like this in AS papers, old AS papers. AB equals 1 minus 12, 3. PQ equals 4 minus 2K. Find K if AB vector is perpendicular to vector PQ. So if the vectors are perpendicular to each other, that means cos 90 is 0. That means the dot product is 0. So all you have to do is AB dot PQ equals 0. 1 minus 12, 3 times 4 minus 2K equals 0. डॉट प्रोडक्ट में हम क्या करते हैं, वैल्यूज करस्पॉन्डिंग मल्टीप्लाई करके रिजल्ट को ऐड कर लेते हैं। सो 1 टाइम्स 4 प्लस minus 12 times minus 2 plus 3K equals 0. 4 plus 24 plus 3K equals 0. K equals minus 28 by 3. That's all from AS level vector. तो एक टाइम पे AS का वेक्टर का टॉपिक होता था, जो अब सारा A2 में आ गया है, उसमें बस इतना ही, इसी तरह के क्वेश्चंस है। नाउ वी कैन स्टार्ट द past paper worksheet from old AS topics. I'm going to copy the first question. Worksheet for vectors in 3 dimension, and like I explained to you before, these are AS questions which are now part of A2. A2 में ये टॉपिक आगे काफी ज्यादा एक्सटेंड होता है, ज्यादा लेंदी था A2, और अब तो A2 और AS जैसे क्वेश्चंस इकट्ठे मर्ज होके आते हैं। सो आपसे यूनिट वेक्टर भी निकलवा रहे होंगे, मे बी एंगल भी पूछ रहे होंगे, और चीजें भी पूछ रहे होंगे जो एक्सक्लूसिवली A2 का सिलेबस होता था एट वन पॉइंट। सो this is the first question of the worksheet. The diagram shows a solid cylinder standing on horizontal circular base with center O and radius 4 units. Okay, we can see that the radius is 4 and there's a center O. The line BA is the diameter and the radius OC is at 90 degrees to OA. Points O dash, A dash, B dash, C dash lie on the upper surface of the cylinder such that O dash, A dash, B dash, and C dash are all vertical and the length and of length 12 units. The midpoint of B dash is M. Unit vector I, J, K are parallel to OA, OC and O dash. So I जो है वो इस डायरेक्शन में O to C की डायरेक्शन, J जो है वो OC की डायरेक्शन में और K जो है वो O dash की डायरेक्शन में. So एक तरह से ये these are the three coordinates X, Y and Z, the three coordinate axes. Okay. So अगर आपने x डायरेक्शन में मूव करना है तो you'll say अगर 5 units let's say x डायरेक्शन में मूव करना है you'll write 5i. फिर अगर 2 units y डायरेक्शन में मूव करना है तो you'll write plus 2j. और अगर 3 units k डायरेक्शन में मूव करना है या c की डायरेक्शन में मूव करना है you'll write plus 3k. Okay. The unit vectors I, J, K are parallel to OA, OC, and OO dash respectively. Express each of the vectors M, O, and MC dash in terms of I, J, and K. So, first vector we need to write is M to O. So, let's see. M is here and O किधर है? यहाँ नीचे, यहाँ से यहाँ तक. Okay. So, ये length कितनी है यहाँ से लेकर यहाँ तक? You're told that M is the midpoint of B dash and B, so this would be 6 units. अब 6 units हम किस direction में जा रहे हैं? What direction is this? This is opposite to K. So this is a movement of 6 units downwards. So it's going to be minus 6K. This is minus 6K. So to go from M to O, we're going 6 units downwards. So it's going to be minus 6K. Then we're moving right. How many units right are we moving? Radius was 4. 4 units towards the right और right की direction है ये I. So plus 4I. So to go from M to N, you have to write that in alphabetical order to go from M to O. It's 4I. You may write plus 0J. J की direction में तो move ही नहीं करना पड़ा. Minus 6K. और अगर IJK की फॉर्म में लिखना जरूरी ना होता तो you could have written 4, 0 and minus 6 as well. Okay. Let's check. Yes. 4I, 0J, minus 6K. Okay. Where did my stylus go? Okay. So that's MO. Now we have to go from M to C dash. Let's see. Here's M and here's C dash. यहाँ से यहाँ जाना है. अब J की डायरेक्शन में भी मूव करना पड़ेगा. तो what do we do? ऐसा करते हैं पहले we can go 6 units up, which is going to be 6K. So M to C dash would be 6K. फिर हम मूव कर सकते हैं 4 units towards the right और right movement है I, so 4I plus 4I, and then we're moving another 4 units in the direction of J, so plus 4J. So this in alphabetical order is 4i plus 4j plus 6k. और अगर आपसे स्पेसिफाई ना किया जाता कि आई जे के की फॉर्म में लिखें, then you could have written 4, 4 and 6 in the form of column vector. Okay, so we have MO, we have MC dash. It says, hence find the angle OMC dash. Okay, angle OMC dash. So O can be written here, M can be written here, C can be written here. This is the angle. Draw outwards angle. So cos theta would be MO dot MC. Achha, there's a dash there as well. MC dash. So divided by magnitude of MO times magnitude of MC dash. Okay. So cos theta would be, now you would need column vectors. IJK में भी कर सकते हो या column vector में भी change कर सकते हो. I'm going to change it in column vector 4, 0, minus 6 dot 446 divided by magnitude of both. What's the magnitude of 406? This would be square root 4 square plus 6 square, which is 2 square root of 13 times MC dash is square root 4 square plus 4 square plus 6 square. Two under root 70. Okay. So it's going to be cos theta equals, numerator is the dot product, which is going to be 4 times 4, 16, plus 0 times 4, 0, plus minus 6 times 6, which is minus 36. I'm getting internet connection is unstable, so I'll turn off the video. Okay. Divided by 2 under root 13 times 2 under root 70. So what is the numerator? 16 minus 36, which is minus 20, divided by, I'm just going to go ahead and find the final value. Divide by 2 under root 13 times 2 under root 70. That's giving me minus 0.63336. It's a long number. I'm going to use answer key. If I take cos inverse of this, I get 1.91. And if you were in degrees, your answer would be 109.7.
मीटिंग एंड कर ले
Meeting end.
मीटिंग एंड कर ले
बस ठीक है. I'm sending you a new link now. Do you guys have any questions from question 1? Okay, then I'm sending you guys a new link now. Points A, B, C, and D have position vectors 3i, 2k, comma 2i minus 2j plus 5k, and 2j plus 7k, and minus 2i plus 10j plus 7k respectively. Use a scalar product to show that BA and BC are perpendicular. Okay. Pehle to let's discuss what is given to you in the question. OA is given to you, and that's 3I plus 2. Okay. So OA is 3, 0, 2. OB is 2, minus 2, and 0. OC is you're given the position vector. जब coordinates given होते हैं ना, that means position vector given होता है. And these are actually the
फाइव
coordinates.
जीरो की जगह,
Sorry.
मैम जीरो की जगह फाइव नहीं होना चाहिए ओ बी में?
हाँ, 5 होगा. That's 5. OC is 0, 2, 7. And OD is minus 2, 10, 7. Okay. It's perfectly fine to stick to IJK and not use these column vector notations. I'm just doing it for you to link it to your O levels concept. Whereas if you can stay in IJK format, that's even better. Okay. Part 1 says use scalar product to show that BA and BC are perpendicular. So you'll have to show that BA dot BC should be equals to 0. This is what we have to show. However, we don't have BA and we don't have BC, but we know from O levels that BA is OA minus OB. So that would be 302 minus 2 minus 2, 5, which would be 1, 2, and minus 3. Keep an eye on my working, please. BC would be OC minus OB. 0, 2, 7 minus 2 minus 2, 5, which is 2, 4, and 2. So you have to show that the dot product of these two would be 0. 1, 2, minus 3, dot 2, 4, 2. So we get 1 times 2 plus 2 times 4 plus minus 3 times 2, which is 2 plus 8 minus 6. ये तो नहीं आ रहा 0. कुछ साइन गलत हुआ. Let me just quickly check. Yes, ये गलत हुआ. It's was supposed to be minus 2. 0 minus 2 is minus 2. This would be minus 2. So this would be minus 2 and minus 2. So now it is 0. So we've shown that since the dot product is 0, BA and BC are perpendicular. Okay, that was part 1. Part 2 says show that BC and AD are parallel and find the ratio of the lengths of BC and AD. We already have BC. Let's retain that. Now we need AD. AD would be OD minus OA, which is going to be minus 2, 10, 7 minus 3, 0, 2, which gives minus 5, 10, 5. Okay. We have to show that AD and BC are parallel. What do you remember from O levels? When are two vectors parallel? ओ लेवल से अगर याद हो कि two if two vectors are parallel or if two vectors are collinear, for example, here's a vector A and here's a vector B. Or if two vectors are collinear, for example, here's a vector C and here's a smaller vector D. If they are parallel or if they are collinear, then they are scalar multiples of each other. A would be equals to some value m times B and D will be equals to some value m times C. अगर आप एक वेक्टर को किसी न्यूमेरिकल वैल्यू से मल्टीप्लाई करो और दूसरा वेक्टर आ जाए, दैट मींस के देयर आइदर parallel or collinear. This is what we know from O levels. Now let's see. Is there a numerical value that we multiply with BC? BC is -2, 4, 2. इसको किस वैल्यू से मल्टीप्लाई करें ताकि हमारे पास बन जाए -5, 10, 5. Let's see. इसको -2 को मैंने -5 बनाना है. So can I multiply it with 5/2? If I multiply -2 with 5/2, I will get -5. Now you need to check कि क्या बाकी भी satisfy हो रहे हैं इससे. अगर 4 को हम 5/2 से multiply करें, we do get 10. And similarly, if we multiply 5/2 with 2, we do get 5. So that means you do have a scalar relationship between the two. If you multiply the value 5/2 with the vector BC, you get the vector AD. So since 5/2 BC is equals to AD, or you could have even written if since 2/5 of AD equals to BC, hence BC and AD are parallel. Next part is show that BC and AD are parallel, done, and find the ratio of the lengths of BC to the length of AD. तो बस अब वो तो इससे हो जाएगा. Length of BC to the length of AD. So BC upon AD is 2/5. So the ratio of their lengths would also be 2/5. The answer is 2:5. Ratio of length of BC to the ratio of length of AD. Let me check the answer. Yes, 2:5 is the answer. So that's question number 2 of the worksheet. Okay. I'm going to ask you to do the next question as homework. Question 3 or 4 भी try कर लो. So question 3 and 4 you have to try as homework, and inshallah we'll discuss your problems tomorrow. If you have any questions, please ask now. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow, inshallah. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.